Hello, Helen and Harley here. How are you today? Today I want to talk to you about your thoughts, what you're thinking when you're having bad days. So what's running through your mind and what should be preferably running through your mind, when you're having times of struggle, when you're having bad days and bad moments. So that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. I have my mate Harley with me today. This is the last time you're going to see Harley for a couple of weeks. Harley is going to a kennel today because I'm going to Vegas tomorrow. So flying out to Vegas and didn't have anyone to leave him with, so my little puppy's going to a kennel while we're away in Vegas. So I hope he's going to be okay. It'll be a massive shock to the system to going from being with hey Emmy, how are you, being just around us and our family, to being in a whole kennel with a whole lot of other dogs. So wish our little Harley well while we're away. Anyway, if you are here with me live, please say hello. Tell me where you're coming in from. If you catch the replay later, just put the word replay down below so I can say hello to you later. If you're new to my lives, put the number 1 down below so I can give you a shout out. Predominantly what I do is help home-based business owners bring their business online and teach things like social media branding and lead generation, video marketing, and things like mindset. So I jump on once a week and just talk about some kind of mindset, personal development type topic. And the reason why I do that is because what's going on, in our brain, our thoughts, our belief in ourselves, not worrying about what other people think, that kind of thing, it really makes up, I would beg to say over 90% of our success and happiness in life, and definitely in our business. So, hey, there's Leslie. And Leslie said hello to Harley. Say hi, Leslie. Hi, Peter. How are you? Great to see you on live. So it plays such a huge part of, how we show up in life, whether you're happy, your relationships, and definitely, in your business. You can learn lots of skills. I can teach you how to build a business online. But if you've got a whole lot of doubt and fear and things that are holding you back from taking the action that you need to take, then it's going to hold your business back. So I do like to talk just once a week about some kind of personal development mindset topic to make you a better version of you, because this is a huge work in progress. Agree with me, guys? If you're here with me live, put the number 1 down, number 2 actually down below if you agree that we've never got it all sorted out in our lives, and we always have to continually work on ourselves and personal development and sort of mindset, particularly believing in ourselves, not caring what other people think, and really training our brain to work in our favor. And now this is something that I want to talk about today in relation to when things aren't necessarily going that well, in bad times. What is running through your mind? What are you telling yourself? And so things might roll around your brain like, this doesn't work, this is too hard, I'm too tired, I can't do this, I'm not sure if I could do this, all those things that sort of run around your brain. So your brain is very much in control of that situation with those kind of thoughts, and that's usually, good morning, Patricia, great to see you on live. Your brain really controls your thoughts moving forward. Now we need to hack that. We need to hack those negative thoughts, because those negative thoughts are always going to be there. It's almost automatically what's going to happen when things start going wrong. Our brain is trained over the years of our lifetime to go to the negative. So this is not working, I'm so tired, I don't know if I can do this, those kind of things sort of creep in. So unless we hack that, unless we consciously put thoughts in our mind to neurologically hack that, then what happens when we concentrate on the negative? What do we get more of? those guys that are on with me live, when you concentrate on the negative, what are you going to attract more of? I know someone's going to know the answer here. It's pretty straightforward. So when we think, negative thoughts, basically that's what you're going to attract more of. So if you're saying to yourself, this is too hard, I don't know if you can do this, that's exactly what's going to pan out. You're probably not going to be able to do whatever it is that you're telling yourself you don't know if you can do. Absolutely, Leslie, negative thoughts on people. Peter, more negative. Catherine, negative things. Absolutely. Now, it's important to note that, hey, Catherine, how are you? When you get what you think about. Absolutely, Emmy. So knowing that absolutely, Patricia, more negative. So when we sort of concentrate on the negative, then that's where we're going to sit. And it's just important to understand that's not necessarily your fault. There are things that have happened in your life when we get brought up and situations that you're not even aware of probably at this point in time that make you think, I'm not good enough, or I don't know if I can do this. So that runs around in your brain now, but it's probably stems from something that happened in your childhood or many years ago. So it's just your normal. What's also important to understand is that our brain is wired to keep us safe. So if anything starts to feel uncomfortable, if you've got a lot of fear coming in, your natural body's and brain's protection of you, sorry, I just got an alert there, is to keep you safe. Hey Miriam, how are you? Lovely to see you on live. So knowing that, it's not going to, your natural instinct isn't going to be pushed through fear. Your natural instinct when something goes bad is to go, oh, well, that's awesome. I learnt my lesson. Let's move on. It'd be awesome if we did. But your body and your mind's natural instinct is to keep you safe. It doesn't like fear. It doesn't like the unknown necessarily. And it certainly doesn't like you being uncomfortable. So to move past those things and get where you want to go, which success is on the other side of fear. Success is on the other side of being uncomfortable. So if you know that you need to get uncomfortable and you know you have to push through the fear, how do you do it? Because your body and your mind is not trained to let you go there. So I really want to try to get you to understand neurological hacks come from conscious thought. Unless you go there, you're always going to be stuck. You're never going to push through fear, and you're very rarely going to let yourself get uncomfortable. How many people lead a safe life? Majority of people lead a safe life because that's what your body and your brain are designed to do. To keep you safe and keep you comfortable. Where does safe and comfortable get you? Often not very far. Who are the people that are really, really happy and really, really successful in life? They're people that have pushed the boundaries. They are people that have controlled their thoughts. They are people that have mastered neurological hacks. And this is what I want to talk to you about today, about what thoughts are going through your mind, when you're in the negative, those kind of things. So you have to have conscious thought to overcoming these things. Otherwise, whatever you're stuck with, whatever patterns you've got that have been around in your life, your entire life, are there things that you know about you and your personality that have been there for longer than you remember? Things like you're always doubting yourself. You never really know if you're good enough to do whatever it is that you're striving to do. Maybe you're in a continuous habit of bad relationships. Maybe you get walked all over by people because you're just too nice and you're worried about what other people think, so you look after everybody else except yourself. If you can resonate with any of that I just said, drop the number 3 down below. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's sort of gone through those things. So it's time to change. If those things are patterns that have been around your entire life, they will continue to be around the rest of your life unless you can consciously hack it. So what I mean by hack it is when when something goes wrong, you're in a bad moment, something's not working, your immediate thoughts go to, oh, this is so frustrating, I'm so confused, I don't know if I can do this, your hands go up in the air, or you avoid things. So it's much easier to just turn a blind eye to something and just drop it and not take charge of it or not take control of it and go, I really don't know what I'm doing here. I need to reach out for help. Or the reason why my business isn't working is no other reason than me. I'm not taking the action I need to take because of whatever reason. Or my relationships aren't working because I recognize that it's a two-way street and it's communication and that's not just their fault, which often people think in relationships. It's what they did. They made me feel this way. They are doing this to me. They are doing that to me. Nobody does anything to you. You choose the way you think. You choose the way you react. Crap is always going to happen in your life. How you choose to react and think about it is 100% completely your choice. Now, you're going to have reactions that catch you off guard. That'll be shock, that'll be tears, that'll be hurt, that'll be elation, that'll be, all sorts of different things. You might have an immediate reaction to something. So that's something that you may not be able to control in the moment. But make no mistake, after about 10 minutes, it's your choice to stay there. Absolutely your choice. So things happen and you get frustrated and you get angry and you get wild and you get upset and you might cry, and those immediate reactions might come from the gut and it just overcomes you. Get it? That's cool. That happens. That's life. But if you sit there and wallow in that emotion, you're actually choosing to do that. Because after you've sort of had that immediate, reaction, it's your choice to stay there or turn it around. So a neurological hack for you to turn around moments like you're having a bad day and you're thinking, I can't do this, this is too hard, I don't know if I can do this, all those kind of things. I want you to give you a few words which you need to try to remember in this moment. Now, all this is a neurological hack which trains your brain to believe in something it doesn't currently believe in. But when you do it often enough, you can actually train your brain to work in your favor and not work against you. People don't realize this, but they let their brain control their life. But you need to control your brain. You can do neurological hacks in your thought processes to overcome things that have ruled you for your entire life. I tell myself I can do it. Awesome, Miriam. That's a great start. And that's just brilliant. You need to tell yourself that you can do it. So that's fantastic, Miriam. So the 3 little words I want you to try to remember. This is simple. This is easy. This is fun. So when you're faced with adversity, when you're going through a tough time, when you don't think your business is working, when your relationship isn't working, you can change the words to whatever the situation is that it's relating to. But it's simple, it's easy, it's fun. It's not complicated, it's not hard, it's not something that you can't overcome. It's simple, it's easy, it's fun. It's simple, it's easy, it's fun. And I want to just give you a powerful story for that. One of my mentors is a guy that made $16 million on social media last year. He's actually an Australian guru. So some of you may not have heard of him. He's a guy called Kerwin Ray. So great Australian sort of social media guy. He was told when he was younger that he had huge learning difficulties, ADHD and, a number of other things. And he basically got told he would never be successful. He's got all these learning difficulties and he would just never make it in life. He had a list a mile long of learning difficulties. So this is one of his hacks. And he told himself over and over again, hundreds of times a day sometimes, because he got told he couldn't absorb information. He got told he couldn't learn. It was impossible for him to learn new things and be successful. So he kept telling himself, this is simple, this is easy, this is fun. This is simple, this is easy, this is fun. This is simple, this is easy, this is fun. And he's overcome any learning difficulty he ever had. And as I just said, he earned $16 million on social media last year, and he's one of Australia's, biggest gurus in relation to, building a business on social media. So you can hack your brain by repeating things. Now, the downfall here, this is 5% knowledge and 95% doing and repetition. So I can tell you this, and you can listen to all my mindset videos on my website, helenmartinonline.com. I've got a whole mindset video library. You can turn up once a week and listen to me, sorry, Miriam, you've caught my attention there. I came out of nervous breakdown 6 years. I was trapped, but I've overcome it. Oh, Miriam, that's amazing, because it's really hard to come out of that. So credit to you in whatever you did to, overcome that. And it is a trap. And unless you consciously want to get out of the trap, I'm not degrading anything like depression or anxiety and things that people really struggle with. And there are, chemical imbalances that make people suffer from these things. So it's biologically there sometimes. But what you think, how you can control some of that by how you train your brain has a huge part of overcoming it. So you have to believe, or maybe you don't believe it now, but if you repeat often enough things like, I am good enough, I am good enough, I am worthy, I can be successful. If you do those kind of neurological hacks, it becomes a new habit. New habits is what makes changes in your life, because most of us have got bad habits. And that's not necessarily our fault. That's due to our upbringing. It's due to things that happened as a kid innocently when somebody told you off. And you made a decision when you were 6 years old that you're not good enough. And that's buried in your subconscious. And you carry that through your life. So that shows up in relationships, in business, in everything that you do, and you're not even aware of it. So have you ever thought, I don't know why I do that. I don't know why I'm attracting the same kind of person. I don't know why my friends continue to walk over me. I don't know why I can't make any business work. I don't know why I'm still struggling with money. If those are the things that sort of keep running through your mind, there's a pattern there. The only way that you are going to change that pattern is to neurologically hack your brain and your thought processes. Does this make sense? For those of you that are on with me live or even catching the replay later, just put the number 4 down below if you can resonate with anything that I'm saying here and how you're feeling, or, patterns that you've seen in the past that keep reappearing. So just a basic one here. When you're going through a time of adversity, Mary, I started writing my journey now, and I got a book published. Beautiful. Awesome. You should do. That's amazing. So, yep, Leslie says 4, Nicole says 4, Miriam says 4. Yeah, we all go through this. So what I try to highlight, when I talk about mindset and personal development, is you are the only one in control. No one else can change your life, your world, your thoughts, your feelings, your belief in you, but you. Somebody can tell you you're wonderful. Somebody can praise you over and over again. And it sticks for a little bit, but it won't stay long term unless you really believe it yourself. So you really need to do these little neurological hacks, like in times of adversity. This is cool. It's simple, it's easy, it's fun. It's simple, it's easy, it's fun. And it sounds stupid and it sounds easy, but what's so easy to do is easy not to do, so people don't do it. Leslie, I am my own personal change agent. Love that, Leslie. What a cool comment. And so correct. No one else can make you happy. And people get that wrong. They want material possessions to make them happy. They want the ideal partner that, looks good and makes them feel good and whatever to make them happy. Nobody makes you happy but you. Yes, it can help. You know, a loving partner can help. Material possessions can make you temporarily happy. But happiness comes from the inside, not the outside, not other people, not friends, not relationships, not material possessions. The only thing that makes you happy is your thoughts in your brain. So if that's not working for you particularly well in your personal life or your business life, you got to hack it. And the hard part about that is the practice. That's why I said it's 5% knowledge, but it's 95% doing it, taking the action. Nicole, my insecurities have kept me down for so long. Yep, and people struggle with this stuff for years and years and years. And that's why I'm so passionate with, obviously I'm here to help people build a business online. But if there's so many insecurities underneath it personally, then they'll probably never really get the success that they want in their business, because deep down they're not really happy, or deep down they've got lots of insecurities about whether they can even be successful. So Nicole, I've snapped out of it and I'm getting there. Awesome. Love that, Nicole. So it really is up to us. You are the only one that's in control of this. So when you're feeling those down times, if you need to feel it, and I've done another video on this before about the 24-hour rule, and this is from John Maxwell. If you haven't heard about it, I'll just quickly tell you what that is. There are things that are going to happen in your life that are not going to be nice. You're going to lose people you love. Accidents might happen. You might lose a pet. There are things that are going to happen in your life that are just not going to be positive. So if you need to cry, if you need to grieve, if you need to, wallow in things, if you need to get angry, if you need to yell, if you need to punch a boxing bag or something, do it. But do it for 24 hours and pick yourself up. Do not dwell on things that don't serve you. Grief is a little bit different because you might miss somebody, and grief is going to come in and out. Gosh, I lost my mum when I was a little girl. I still miss her and I still cry. But I'm not ashamed of that, and that's not a bad thing. It's just, I think it's good. So when things go bad though, relish in your emotion for 24 hours if you want, but once that 24 hours is over, pick your big girl pants up or big boy pants up and get on with it, because it doesn't serve you. Staying in the negative, holding grudges, having issues with people, airing your grievances on social media, all that kind of stuff, it does not serve you past 24 hours. So just don't go there. Just realize, okay, that was not nice. I don't like what happened. That really upset me, but I can't hang on to this anymore. What is the lesson that I learned from that? Okay, now I just have to do my best to move on. Okay, this is simple, this is easy, this is fun. This is simple, this is easy, this is fun. You're not going to believe it initially, but you need to rehack your brain neurologically. It's a tongue twister, to train yourself otherwise. So please remember, your body and your brain is here to keep you safe and comfortable. So safe and comfortable doesn't make you make the decisions you need to make to break out of relationships. Because it's more comfortable to actually stay, because what if you're actually alone? That's scary, being alone. Those kind of things. So, sometimes you have to really do things you don't want to do to push through whatever it is you need to push through to get to the other side. And how good is it on the other side sometimes when you do something, it's like, why didn't I do that ages ago? I feel so much better for, something around. I can't believe I hung on to that argument for that long. Like, you finally reached out to somebody and said, look, I'm not sure what the issue is, but I know something's up. Let's talk. You have a conversation and things get aired, and it's like, why didn't I do that 6 months ago? So communication, taking control. You're the only one in control. Now, as per usual, I have notes and I have not looked at them. So I'm just going to recap to see that I haven't missed anything valuable that I wanted to tell you. No, it said that. Yep. So the last thing I had on my notes is you have stories that you tell yourself. So things like, I am this way because of that. I used to tell myself a story. I am various ways because I lost my mum when I was a young girl. And, you know, we attach a story to who we are. So get rid of the story. Don't make excuses for what you do or what you don't do or what your downfalls are, or, you know, making excuses for certain things because of a story you tell yourself as something that happened in your past. Make a new story. This is simple. This is easy. This is fun. So just remember that when you're going through a tough time, when something's not going your way, please don't wallow in it. It doesn't serve you. It doesn't move you any closer to where you want to get, you know, where you want to go. You are 100% in control of the outcomes of your life. Relationships, finances, business, etc. So train your brain to work in your favor and not against you. So when it starts creeping in and you're thinking negative thoughts about you're too tired or you're this or you're that or whatever it is, be really conscious that that is your choice to stay there. That is your choice to think those thoughts. So choose a better path. Choose better thoughts to actually get you where you want to go in life and have a happier life. So, Leanne, I liked and shared Helen. Thank you, Leanne. You know, I really appreciate anybody that shares this content. And, you know, for any of you else on live or watching the replay, this kind of topic with, you know, hacking our brain for the better is really something everybody needs to hear. So if any of you are happy to share this content out, I do really appreciate it. So thank you, Leanne. We all walk around not really living the life that we should or could. And this is where I say we let our brain control us, where you need to control your brain. You need to consciously think of the positive thoughts and beliefs in yourself. If you don't, the same things that you've struggled with your whole life, you're going to struggle with for the rest of your life, however many years you've got ahead of you, hopefully a lot. So I hope that's of use and you got some value out of that. If you got some value out of that, can you just drop me a number 5? I think we're up to. Just let me know if that was useful information to you. And please don't just listen and don't do anything about it. Just try to put it in practice and see what a difference it makes in your life. So if you can remember things like when you're in a tough time going, it's okay. This is simple, this is easy, this is fun. This is simple, this is easy, this is fun. And you put a smile, love you, sake of humanity. Thank you, Miriam. If you put a smile on your face in a time of adversity and just take a breather and go, it's okay. This is simple, this is easy, this is fun. And you smile about it, you can change your whole state. Thank you, Leanne. Thank you, Miriam. I really appreciate your feedback there. So it's up to you guys. It's over to you. We are in control of our destiny, and whether that's, you know, good or bad. So I just like to bring you tips that I learn from people that have put very powerful measures like this. Like this is a strategy that I've learned from somebody that got told he would amount to nothing, that his learning difficulties were that severe that he had no hope of ever having any success in any kind of business. So he took control, fought against what he was told as far as being diagnosed with disabilities virtually, and just took control of his brain. So it's completely possible for us to hack, you know, the thought processes in our brain and take control, so you can live the life that you want and have the success that you want. So those of you that have stayed with me live this whole time, sorry it's gone on a little bit longer, I really appreciate you being here as always. And tomorrow I'm off to Vegas. So my lives over the next 2 weeks, so the remainder of this week and next week, are going to be all over the place. I'm going to be in a completely different time zone. I'm going to be at a conference majority of the time, which goes, you know, morning and night. Thank you, Leslie. I appreciate you saying safe travels. So I hope to go live while I'm over there and share, you know, what's happening, you know, over there and what I'm learning. And definitely when I come back, I'll because no doubt I'll take pages and pages of notes as I usually do, because there's so many awesome guest speakers, and I even get to make a little appearance, you know, on stage as well, which is going to be pretty cool. So I'll share all of that with you while I'm over there. Thank you, Miriam. I appreciate that. While I'm over there, and then share all sorts of good training you know, when I get back. So if I'm a little bit quiet on my lives in the next sort of few days, it takes me a long time to get from Australia to Vegas. So I've got to go Australia, New Zealand, LA, Vegas. So it's many hours of travel. Thank you, Leanne. I appreciate that. So, yeah, I'll just pop up when I pop up, but I hope to share you some really cool stuff with you over the next sort of couple of weeks. So I'll speak to you then, guys. Have an awesome rest of the day, whether that's morning, day, or evening for you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, and bye from Harley. Let's hope Harley's going to be okay in the kennel. See you guys. Bye.